Hello my lovelies, and welcome to this, the caravan of untrustworthy farts, and welcome to what is going to be a live Q&A session with myself and Captain Mustard, who has gone to make a cup of tea because we've just finished, and speak of the devil, and he will appear. Have you made tea?
No, I'm not bothered.
Well, where did you go?
Oh, I've got a pee.
Oh.
I've been for a pee. How about you? Have you had your wee today? Or have you got to do that yet?
Wee singular. I don't think there's anybody who only has one wee a day.
Wee singular.
Right, so General Cheeseburger is watching, and he's chimed in with the first question for this live Q&A session.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and Cheeseburger's question is, have a shave, you scruffy sod. And he has got a point. You could do with...
Is that a question?
Well, not really, but it's Cheeseburger. He probably might, he struggles with concepts.
Okay, Cheeseburger, I'll have a shave when you pay me to do it. You've got to figure out how much it's going to cost.
Well, you might just say tuppence.
I don't do old money.
Trace is here, the Greenwood. And Tracy's question is Boaty challenging Mustard to a beard off? Who can grow the best beard? Will the ladies prefer a Boaty face with extra tickle power? All this plus more on the stream of lucid dreams and false memories.
Gosh.
That's rather nice, isn't it?
That sounds like the kind of thing you'd write.
It does, doesn't it?
It does,
Oh,
yeah.
Trace and I, we're two peas from the same pod.
Yeah.
And by pee, I don't mean, urine streams. I would never refer to Tracy as a urine stream. Do you know, as we speak, she'll be naked.
Really?
She's always naked.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
Gosh.
Yeah, she's unashamed about it.
Well, I mean, I normally watch your live streams naked as well, to be honest.
Yeah, I normally do them naked. Cheeseburgers, another question from General Cheeseburger. Will the ladies prefer Boaty's face? It looks like some form of appendage.
What? Prefer your face to what?
I don't know.
To
I don't know, I'm just reading these out.
That's the trouble when you read them out. You do find yourself thinking, what does that mean? Especially if you misread them, which I often do.
And Cheeseburger goes on to say, it looks like something on his chin. Nice lips, though. I think he's talking about my growth.
Ah, right. Who said that? Cheeseburger?
Yeah.
Cheesy! Don't be naughty!
Ashley Stewart has a question, and it is afternoon all.
With a question mark?
No, with a waving hand.
Well, there's not a question then, is
And our friend Joe has also come in with an early question. Hello, Jason and Paul.
Now, is that Joe Cox? Or
Yes.
Joe... Right, okay. Hi, Joe Cox.
You're not supposed to use his surname.
Why?
He didn't like it, remember?
He does like it. He just said he doesn't like it to make me do it even more.
Ben's here and says Mustard's TP.
TP?
Oh, Cheeseburger says, it's not you that needs a shave, Mustard. We accept you as you are.
So you need a shave?
Apparently.
Yeah, but you don't though, do you?
Well, I could do it with it.
You just need a haircut. You hippie.
Pingu is here.
Hi, Pingu, yes. Pingu, Concord.
Do you know what Pingu did? Now, they will know this because they watch my videos. You don't. And yesterday, I haven't replied to the message. I just put it straight. When I got the message, I was recording for my daily diary. So it just went into the daily diary. I don't know how he did it. It must have taken him possibly literally weeks. But Pingu came up with a bit from one of my live streams from about a year ago. And he cut the clip out. And the clip was me saying, making a deal with the audience and saying that if anybody either gave us, bought us, or raised the money for us to buy a caravan, we would, a 2-berth caravan, we would spend the night in it together.
Ah, right. I see.
And he dug this up, and it's now on my daily diary as well.
Well done. It
Yeah,
was
well-
you that did this.
It was.
Yeah, it was you that said that.
Yes,
I just mildly kind of think, yeah, that'd be fun. But I didn't promise that, whereas you did.
I did.
Yeah.
But I promised on your behalf.
But you promised on my behalf. So what that means is you have to be present. All you need is like a blow-up doll of me.
What a revolting thought.
They're available on the internet.
No, they're not.
They are now.
An inflatable mustard.
Yeah.
You'd probably make good money selling that. Especially if it had electric moving parts.
Which parts?
Good afternoon, caravan chap, says Pingu. When can we expect the long-awaited sleepover in the caravan with Mustard and Boaty? Now, that is a question. And we are duty-bound to answer it under the auspices of the Hedgehog of Truth.
Well, we could just spend a night here, couldn't we?
I suppose so.
That'd be the easiest way.
There'd be nothing easier
Imagine
about
if,
that.
imagine if with the car that we might be doing that long journey to Finland in had a tow bar, and we actually took it.
Oh,
Then we got to Finland, and then we had to
Yeah.
come home, and the other car didn't have a tow bar. We'd have to leave it there.
oh, yeah.
But it'd be handy for every time we visited Finland.
It would, yeah. Oh, I hope this happens.
I don't really want to go to Finland.
Yeah, but it's not really in Finland.
No, I know, but it's almost the same distance.
Not unless somebody's moved Finland.
Well, I mean, it looks like the same distance.
It's 362 miles away. That's a hop and a skip.
Hop and a skip of a fiddler's elbow. So, what if, though?
I'm glad Jason remembers I hate the way Paul says my name. And then he put that in capital letters. He's very angry with you.
Very angry. You need to express yourself, Joe. And,
He has.
and just tell me how angry you are by, just throw something back at me that makes me feel angry.
Cheeseburger says, enjoying the cooking videos, Paul. We don't need the Galloping Gourmet. We have the Pottering Paddington.
Interesting.
24 hours in the caravan live stream, says Name Me -1.
Gosh. 24 hours. Which 24 hours would you choose?
Oh, and Pingu says it took about 3 minutes to find. I just happened to watch the earliest live on your channel, and there was a deal. Shit.
Yes, I would say that you've been pretty well cornered there, matey.
Joe is currently driving in MJ, so he won't be able to chat, but he is here listening. And Stephen S. Paul says, let's spend the night together. And that is it. We're up to date on the comments, so I will leave you in charge of the live stream while I have half a fag.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you went to make tea. I covered for you.
You didn't cover for me.
Don't be an arse.
You asked me. Well, you didn't ask. You said, go and make your tea. I'll cover for you.
Yeah.
Yeah? Why did you say that? Because you wanted to try and get everybody to think that I was daft for not knowing who that
I didn't mention it.
Yeah, you would have done it if you didn't hear me singing up the yard.
No,
there.
I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
No, it's a completely separate thing.
Is it?
That was a lunch thing, and now we're on to the live stream
And now
thing.
we're onto the live.
And it's a live Q&A. So
It-
we have to answer completely and honestly any question that any of our viewers throw at us.
Okay. Then
Any question, we have to guarantee that we will answer it according to the auspices of the Hedgehog of Truth.
Oh yes, right. Okay. Well, I'll have to get my device of commentary thingy as well, and catch up with the live stream.
I know, and I forgot to bring my iPad, so I'm having to look on my iPhone, and it's too small, and I can't read it.
Can you? Oh, I thought it was just me that had eye problems.
No, apparently it's me.
It is you.
Oh, I wonder if this thing works.
What thing?
This.
All right, here we go. It is you. Hey, I could do the same thing. All right, here we go. Should we do a feedback loop again? Hey, I could do the same thing.
No, turn your sound down.
Should we do a feedback loop again? Hey, I could do the same
That's not professional.
No, turn your sound down. Should we do a feedback loop again?
I'm not speaking.
That's not professional. No, turn the sound down. Right, sound turned down. I shall read. You're not supposed to be smoking in the caravan.
Head out the door.
That was his rule. We don't smoke in the caravan. I don't smoke anyway. We don't fart in the caravan.
That is a rule.
But if you see how close he is, he's got a part of his body out of the caravan, but not the entire thing. So I would still say he's doing it in the caravan.
Are there any fucking questions or what?
I don't know. I'm just trying to look. It took about...
I've read that one.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, of course. Inflatable mustard, says Stephen S. Paul. Yes. Oh, no, hang on. We've done Joe's comments about MJ. With MJ being Michael Jackson, of course. Let's spend the night together. Have searched for mustard in the kitchen, but no beardy chef man was to be found. Please confirm the correct channel name. That is the correct channel name, Pingu. Mustard in the kitchen. But the trouble is, mustard is a condiment that belongs in the kitchen and is associated with cooking, and that goes along with kitchens as well. The in the probably doesn't really make a great deal of difference. I had searched for my own channel and it took me bloody ages. So the only way you probably would find it would be to search for a specific video. Or just follow one of the links that I put. Shut up!
Live stream. Why are you bloody advertising your poxy channel? And if you search for mustard in the kitchen, all it brings up is Project Nigel videos where you did a mustard in the kitchen.
Pingu asked me.
Yeah, well,
It's not. So, if it was just about you, you wouldn't be out there asking me to cover for you, would you?
no.
You
No, I
great
wouldn't.
Plank. You great plank of wood you are.
Is that rhyming slang?
Live mustard in the kitchen, cooking for Boaty.
Fucking hell, can we talk about something else?
I think he's jealous.
Trying to flog your dodgy channel with your 12 subscribers.
I'm just reading out a cheeseburger comment. Okay.
Alright, here's a challenge for you.
Oh, why are you going to Finland? Asks Rocked Box. Should we answer that correctly?
Yes.
Yeah, we're not. But we're going somewhere possibly that is a very long way off.
It is a very long way out.
But it's not as long as far off as Finland, and we wouldn't even need to go across the water. But if the car goes to this particular destination, the car will be going across the water.
It will.
Once we take it to the ferry
Yeah.
dock thingy. But there's nothing confirmed, and I don't think it's going to happen anyway.
I just really hope it does.
When are you going to tidy the caravan table? When are you going to tidy the table in the caravan? Asks Cheesy. Well, it was tidy before, but then we've had lunch and we've just left the stuff on the table so that you can tell we've had lunch and enjoyed it. And we did. And then, what did you have for lunch? Asks Cheesy. Cheesy burger. Well, we had some food.
You're shit at live streams, you really are.
My live streams are better than yours.
They're bloody nuts.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get this working, I'm freezing my tits off.
If you're going to put some energy into your delivery and then you'll get warm. I had a curry. I had a chicken curry with 2 chapatis, and Boaty had doner meat and chips, soggy chips. Soak it. Seriously, it's not cold. Just sit down, park your arse, and just move your face around a bit. Wait till it gets properly cold, and then you want to be in the caravan to get away from the cold. It's not going to work, is it?
There.
Oh dear, you won't like this, Boaty, because Cheese is saying, put a link on the PN channel page. Well, I might just do that.
Well, that's not working at all now. What am I doing wrong?
I don't know. I thought everybody on here, 'cause it stinks.
I know.
He's trying to gas us out. He's trying to get some heater working there, and he doesn't know how to do it. All he knows how to do is just release the gas into the air.
Well, you do it then, smartass.
I don't really need to do it. What are you supposed to do with it?
You've got to put that in there and then close down the lock button. And I did it before.
Okay.
It's really cold in here.
It's not.
It is. You're doing a worse job than me.
I'm just trying to figure out what he was doing wrong. No.
Yeah, not so easy, is it?
Well, I don't really see how that. Oh, hang on. Does that thing do something? Yes, it does.
What are you doing?
There's another spring-loaded.
Yeah, that's fine. That's doing what it's supposed to do.
Oh, hang on. That doesn't lock onto it at all. There's something missing off of this, I reckon. But then it does have a gap there.
Yeah, well, that's for that. Oh, good.
Well, this is exciting, isn't it?
Yes.
Just wait till you see us explode the caravan into 50,000 pieces.
There.
Oh, there we go.
Simple.
And now you're going to put the heater on.
I'm going to try.
Can I go outside for you to do it?
It'll be right. Yeah, it's not entirely lighting. Where's my lighter? Right, we'll put it over here.
Where it's completely useless.
Yeah, well, it'll explode that way.
Oh, he's got it on. Right. Okay. Well, as it's been noticed that the table needs a bit of a clear up, we could always clear that up now.
You could indeed.
It's a bit pointless with the door open.
I did it last time.
What? Cleared the table?
Yeah.
Yeah, left
Last
the bag
time.
there.
Last time. Oh, did I? Yeah. Well, at least I did it. Right. Let's get back to the comments. We've been ignoring these good people.
Well, you have.
Live mustard in the kitchen, cooking for Boaty from Roger Boaty. We've talked about that. We've talked about having a cooking challenge in the caravan. I'd be well up for that.
Would you?
Yeah.
What do you mean, as in like who does the best grub?
Yeah. Are you feeling less... Oh, Lurgo today, Boaty. Lurgid. Yeah, I still felt dodgy first thing. I was still all lightheaded and whatnot, but then I got excited about coming over. And I came in minge bag and the road was empty and I drove like a lunatic and it was brilliant. So yeah, feeling better. Set light to some farts instead, says Cheeseburger. You have to switch the bottle so the notch on the ring is empty for the light. I'd done that, Josh, but Josh C, that is. I worked out what I was doing wrong. What I was doing wrong was the control knob wasn't set to the off position. As soon as I set it to off, no problem. And it is now. I'll show you.
What's a lovely glowing lantern of heat.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm going to
warming up outside.
I'm going to shut the door.
Yeah. It does seem a bit pointless without the door being closed, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I always feel trapped in here with you.
Trapped?
With the door closed.
Spin the bottle. Oh.
Okay.
I don't think that's what he meant.
No, but we could play spin the bottle.
You could do if you want, but that's just going to roll off the table.
Okay.
Are we going to get the hedgehog involved?
Boaty needs long johns. I have actually got... First time this season, I deployed the thermal undershirt.
Mm. You're a bit of a wuss, aren't you, really?
And it won't be... No, I'm just normal. You've become inured to spending your time in a really cold place. And you've got like Stockholm Syndrome. You've come to accept that this is normal and acceptable. Whereas I'm a more normal person.
So, are we changing the parameters of Stockholm Syndrome?
Well, Stockholm System is just about accepting an unacceptable situation and seeing it as acceptable and normal.
I thought it was about missing it once it gone.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, it might be actually. Oh, well, that might be part of it. Well, it's probably all.
Well, we can include it, can't we? I mean,
Yeah.
we do like to be inclusive with these things.
Maybe changing the name to Captain Mustard in the Kitchen would make it easier for newbies to find.
Do you know, that's actually quite a good point, I suppose. Except it...
You could change it to anything you like. Nobody's going to watch it.
Yes, good point.
In fact, that was going to be my challenge. I would bet money.
Oh, we was going to do a challenge, a new YouTube channel challenge, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, we were.
I forgot all about that.
I'd forgotten about that. I still think we ought to do that. I reckon that smashing pistons will hit 1,000 before Mustard in the Kitchen.
Yeah? Well, why wouldn't he? Have you seen how many subscribers I've got on Mustard in the Kitchen?
Yeah, but how many have you got on Project Nigel? And it should be easy for you to convert your Project Nigel people to Mustard in the Kitchen people.
Well, it's not though, is it? Because I mean, it's just me doing something else.
Yeah.
Right. So it's got nothing to do with cars, is it?
Well, most of your Project Nigel stuff doesn't have much to do with cars.
Well, it does a bit.
Look at that cloud over there. And I like to talk about philosophy. And I'm going to walk home from work and I'm going to stop at this lake. And I'm going to talk to you about my philosophy on things to do when you're feeling annoyed at being slightly horny.
I didn't think of that one. Nice one.
I watched that episode. When you went for a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is nice and warm in here now.
Yeah, it's going to be too warm before long.
Yeah, well, we'll worry about that when we get to it.
Live explosion on YouTube.
We don't need them pair playing spin the bottle.
It wouldn't work whilst it's full anyway, or half full.
What is your next two-seater K-Series purchase going to be? A 25 van? Says Cheeseburger.
Well, you can make a two-seater, can't you? Just by having the 25 with the rear seats removed.
I'm already bored of that answer, so I'm going to move on to this more interesting question.
That's awfully rude of him. I apologise on behalf of Boaty to you and everybody else who's read that comment, heard his answer to it, and feel deeply and mortally offended.
I wasn't bothered by the comment.
Was he not?
It was your reply to it.
All right. Yeah.
I could see where you were going. You were going off on a idiotic mustard tangent.
No, I wasn't. I don't.
You were. You were going to talk about turning Eric into a pickup van.
Well, of course I wasn't. Eric's not going to do that, is it?
No, but you talked about it before, and
Yeah, I wasn't going to
I
talk.
didn't enjoy it.
I wasn't going to.
I don't like that sort of thing.
Do you not?
No,
You said you did.
I did not.
You did?
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I didn't.
You did?
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 Didn't.
You didn't?
Didn't. Didn't times 1,000, no comes back.
Did times 1,000. Did times 2,000 don't come back.
That's a comeback, and I said no comeback.
Yeah, but, well, right. Discard the comeback. Did times 2,000 no come back. Sealed, put in an envelope with a blob of wax on and sent to the bloody king.
Look, there's a genuinely worthwhile question here.
Go on then.
And I've lost it. Oh, a ladybird.
Yeah, there's a few of them in here.
Where's it gone?
The only ladies you're going to get today.
Back to business, says Name Me -1. What cars are ready for sale now?
There is a lovely Rover 45, which is a press release 45, which is the one that we might be going to Finland with.
Yes.
There's a 620, which is in the yard with a freshly sprayed bonnet.
Yes.
There is a... Is there anything else?
The 414?
Yeah, the one that needs a back box.
Yeah, but that's all it needs. And if you wanted to buy that 414, we could have that back box done same day.
Yeah.
Same day.
Yeah, so that could...
Literally
be.
same day. If you rang us up at 2 minutes past 10, well, ring Mustard. I won't, I wouldn't answer the phone at 2 minutes past 10. And if you said to Mustard, I want to buy that Rover 414, but I want to collect it after work tonight, I'll be there at 6:15 p.m. and I want to take it home there and then with a new exhaust. Would you be able to make that happen?
Depends on whether they could get an exhaust.
Could you not be a bit more positive and just lie?
Yeah, I could definitely get one.
Right.
Take it off another car.
We can just edit that together. So we'll edit out the bit where you said it depends on when you can get an exhaust.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. So, tell you what, let's do it again from the top.
Can I edit this live stream, not you?
Yeah, if you
Because
want.
there's a lot of shit so far on this, and I really don't want anyone to see it.
Okay, you can edit it.
Thank
but
you.
let's just do that again from the top.
Right, okay.
Are you happy with your role or do you want to swap the roles?
Rolls.
Yeah. Are you happy with me asking you the question and you?
Oh,
doing
yeah.
yeah. You okay with that?
We could try it the other way around as well, see if that's any better.
All right, let's try it the other way around then.
Right, so that 414 could very easily just be sold to you. If you asked at 10 past 10 in the morning, could I collect this car at 10 past 6 in the afternoon? No problem. Boaty can get the exhaust and fit it. And he'd be very happy to do so, wouldn't you?
Yes. 100%.
Yeah. And we'll have video evidence of him fitting it. Not like the last time. That was really creepy.
Stephen Manning is here and says, hi all, just popped in but cooking kids. Oh, sorry, just popped in but cooking kids pasta. It went under a separate line.
So yeah, that wasn't supposed to be funny.
New channel challenge topic, and this is from Pingu, talking about our challenge where we each have to start a new channel.
Yeah.
Ornithology. We like birds with ornithologists. Ornithologist. I've got a nice pair of binoculars. You can stick them up on your tripod.
Well, I got the upper hand with you on this.
Right.
Yeah. Because I spot birds all the time in the yard, and Bill Oddie owes me a favour.
Yeah, but you don't know what they are.
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the difference?
There's a magpie there, and I don't have to say anything about...
Oh, good morning, Mr. Magpie. How are the wife and kids?
Yep, see? The window's closed, the magpie can't even hear you.
It's not the magpie that has to hear you. It's the FSM.
The FSM?
Yeah, do you think the magpie organises the bad luck that happens to you if you don't salute it?
No, I don't.
No, it's the FSM.
The FSM organises bad luck for you.
Yes.
The evil bastard.
He is, he's like that. We know that he's a vengeful evil deity. We know this.
Yes.
Okay, what's the difference between a wood pigeon and a carrier pigeon? And don't make something up and try and be funny.
Don't make something up and try and be funny.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
see if I can.
it's a genuine question.
Well, a carrier pigeon and a wood pigeon, I think one of them will travel further than the other.
Which one?
Sounds like a trick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do the moment. What we need really is a button where you go like that if it's wrong and it shouldn't be wrong. But I'm going to say the carrier pigeon does the one is the travelling one.
No, they both are capable of the same amount of travel.
Right. Okay. Not quite a buzzer moment then, is it?
Not quite a buzzer moment. There used to be a pigeon that used to use the tube.
Ah, right. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Get on the train or just fly through the tubes.
No, it got on the train.
Right.
Used to get on and off the train at the same stop every day.
Did it pay its way?
No.
Right. Was it known to the ticket officers?
Depends how you define known.
No, known.
Well, it depends how you define that.
Oh, right. I struggle really to explain that to you any further.
Well, did they know that there was a pigeon on the tube?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, that's what...
Did they try and charge it? No.
Well, no,
For
that's
obvious reasons.
They?
Yeah.
They don't have an Oyster card, do they?
Exactly.
Is that Oyster cards that they have in a tube?
Yeah.
Oyster card, right.
Not that you can use them on buses too.
Can you?
Yeah.
But See,
Anything that
you're
comes within
exempt.
TFL.
You're exempt from needing an Oyster card if you have no means of paying for it in the first place.
That's not true.
I reckon it is, otherwise the pigeons would have been fined.
Okay, well, if you travelled on the tube and didn't pay, would you be fined?
Yeah, but I would have means of paying for it.
Well, you haven't.
Well, no, I haven't today.
Yeah.
But if I,
So by your argument, you should be exempt.
No, because I have the potential, you see.
Well, the pigeon has the potential.
How?
Well, it could go out and get a job.
What kind of job? Delivering letters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could do that.
And whoever paid a pigeon for doing that?
Well, nobody.
No, they didn't, did they?
Yeah, and they've got away with it for far too long.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And that's why they're allowed for free, because it's payback time.
Right.
Right.
If you had a pet pigeon, what would you call it?
Well, I wouldn't call it Cecil.
I'd call it Speckled Jim.
I think I'd call it Alan.
Alan?
Yeah.
Alan the pigeon?
Yeah.
Right. That's nice.
If you had a cat, what would you call it?
Oh, Mrs. Postlethwaite. Oh, yeah, Mrs. Postlethwaite. That's what I did call it. I mean, I'll give you the names of all of my cats so far. Mrs. Postlethwaite. Mavis.
Mavis is a good name for a cat.
Arthur.
Yeah.
Shiloh.
That isn't.
Suleiman.
No. I like Mavis best.
And I think that's it for cats.
Okay.
I think those are the only... Oh, no, Cooking Fat. I forgot about Cooking Fat.
Obviously.
And the other one.
Asparagus.
Can't remember. No, I've never had a cat called Asparagus.
Button mushrooms.
No, I've never had it. I've told you my entire cat.
Argentina.
You've got my entire cat history.
Well, I don't know. I might just remind you to trigger something. I can't imagine you with a cat at all. Really.
I had.
You're not a cat man, are you?
I had 2 cats with Sasha that we had from kittens. I had 2 cats with Mrs. Boaty. I had 1 cat when I was on my own. And I had 2 cats with Boo. And that is it in terms of cats.
Yeah. Would you like another one?
Yeah.
Would you?
Oh, yeah.
We've had a caravan cat. If I left that door open, we'd end up with one.
Would we?
I reckon so. There's 2 cats in the yard today.
Were there?
Mm.
Oh, I would like a cat. Back to the comments.
Oh yeah.
Now, bear in mind that this is...
Can I click like on this? Yeah, I've just clicked like on this. And it's partially my live stream. If I can do it, you can.
So bear in mind, this is a live Q&A, and we are here to answer your questions.
But we got to... Well, what we should do is only answer questions.
Okay.
Right, because...
How much is the 414?
In the window... Ooh, ooh.
That is a question.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, it's going to be £1,500.
Bargain. 650. No, that's not a question, so I can't read that.
No, you can't read it unless you ask a question. We don't know how to understand it. So you need a question mark on the end as well. Huh? 6:15 p.m.
That's not a question.
But it's got a question mark.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you can read 6:15 p.m, but you can't read the rest of it.
Well, the answer to that is yeah. I'm going to see if I can spot some questions as well.
Are we going to see the caravan having some presentation work done now that the cars are coming in? And that's a question from Skick. And I read the question out, so you have to answer it. That's the way this works. If I read the question out, you answer.
All right, I'll do the next one.
If you read the question out, I answer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way it's going to work.
Okay.
I'm going to lie back and touch myself.
So is the... Oh, don't. He really is doing it as well. And he got it out.
I did not.
Well, either that was your finger.
It's not that big.
Is there going to be any presentation work?
It's a good question.
Well, I don't know.
This caravan could look nice if we painted it.
Oh yeah, well, the trouble is,
Oh, here come the excuses.
Painting a caravan is rather dangerous territory because, as it is, it just looks like a caravan. It could be there's a squirrel over there. The general is. Do you like squirrels?
Yeah.
Fancy a sandwich?
I had a pet one. You know this. We've spoken about this before.
Yeah, we might have done.
I
wasn't trying to distract you on me.
We raised a baby squirrel that lost its parents.
Let me finish Skik's question.
Go on.
We'll have a heart-to-heart about that later on.
Okay. I've told you before.
I know.
Well, just cast your mind back. Save me telling you again.
You was just about to tell me all about it again.
I wasn't. I
was.
was just reminding you that...
What should we do with the caravan? Should we paint the external bit of it?
No, the inside. The outside is all right. Just needs a clean.
What would we do with it though? I mean...
Well, I don't like the blue.
Do you know?
No.
I think it's kind of cute.
I'd like to paint it all the same light colour.
Oh, no, right. I'll tell you what I wouldn't like. If you did that thing where it was all painted in grey. That'd be awful.
Okay.
Or white. No. A bit of colour here and there. Not bad. And in actual fact, the only thing I'd really want to do would be the same kind of thing again, but with pictures of my cars everywhere.
Do you remember the plans we had for it originally? We're going to have pictures of you and me, you know. I think we should do that.
Being as that we've never, that's something we talked about, but we never did. But we did think it'd be really fun to have a big picture of us two sat together like this.
Or better still, get somebody to Photoshop us onto a wedding couple.
Yeah.
With one of us in a dress, holding the knife on the cake.
Yeah.
Just pictures of us everywhere. And we were going to have our grandmother's knickknacks all round this shelf here.
Oh, I tell you what else would be fun. We could make up some relatives, like use FaceApp, and like have older versions and younger versions of ourselves, so we could pretend a family. That would be good.
Or we could Photoshop Hubnut into weird pictures with us.
Hey, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we could have him.
Like the three of us at McDonald's together.
Oh yeah, we were. Hold that pose, Ian. We was going to paint ourselves on the outside as well.
Yes, we were.
Well, we wasn't. We was hoping that we could get a local artist.
We could black some
So proper big faces on the back of us, so that anyone driving by would not fail to spot it and think, I wonder if those people are actually in the car. And they are!
That would. I want to do that next year now. Go on, you read the question.
That would be quite brave, and that's the kind of...
Do
you know, did I tell you, when I first started messing with Nigel, and I become really aware of people looking at it, and a part of me was like, it's just really embarrassing this, but then it's like, no, it's great. You spot it and you see it, and to take that to the next level of, there's no way that you couldn't possibly have your eyes caught by it. That would be rather funny.
That's how people with tattoos and weird hair feel, I suppose.
Right, hang on, we're doing this one again.
Right.
Where's Whip 2?
Question for me.
Right, okay. No, that's a good point, actually. Josh sees that it's not actually a question, but he said that it's not the fact that they don't have an Oyster card, that they've got no pocket to put it in.
Well, they could carry a satchel. Messenger pigeons used to carry things in their messenger bag.
Yes, they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did that not get in the way, though? You'd think like having this bag around you there would make you lopsided.
Well, maybe they can compensate.
Well, maybe that's how they got back, by flying in a big circle.
There you go, you see. It all makes sense.
2 cats at the moment, Zippy and George. Oh, hang on. Looking for questions. The easiest way to have your question read out is to make sure it is a question with a question mark on the end, and then I can just scan down and look for the question mark. That's the way, isn't it? So we have a question from. We have a question from. Name me one. And name me.
I think
one.
it's -1.
-1. Name me -1. Who asks?
So, if we obeyed his instruction to name him not -1, we should just call him -1. Because that's what he's asked you to name him.
Yeah, or actually not. We'd have to. And now a question from.
Anyway, what's the question? I'm looking forward to this.
He asks, do either of you set fire to your farts in the bath?
Well, no. Well, I don't. I mean, is that even possible?
Yeah.
You'd have to have your arse proud of the water, wouldn't you?
No.
No?
No, the safest way to do it would be to be in a bath where your bottom's actually immersed. And then.
How are you going to set light to something underwater?
But you don't do it underwater. You wait till the gas escapes. So if your lighter ready, and then as soon as it bubbles up, then you go like that, and you get a puff of smoke.
Do you really?
Probably. Well, I mean that's what would make sense, isn't it? The gas isn't going to stop being volatile through being in water, is it?
I don't know. I don't
But
know. How it
passing
works.
through water is not going to stop it. The gas is still gas. It doesn't get catalysed into something else.
Well, it must dissipate.
Well, yeah, it does once it goes into the air, and even more so when you set fire to it.
So it doesn't dissipate in water.
Well, not properly, no. Doesn't it? Well, what you mean, like mix with water and become part of the bath water?
Yeah.
No, of course not. It's a lot lighter than the water, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. So if it's lighter, it's not going to stay in the water. It's going to come out to the top and push its way through by means of bubbles, of gassy, smelly bubbles, ready to cause a fire. And being as you're always cold, I thought that would suit you down to the ground.
I'm very tired now.
Oh yeah. I can just see you actually in the bath now, saving up all of your day's pumps to get your bathroom nice and warm so you can just stay in the bath for a bit longer.
I've got a heater.
Well, that'd be a free one, wouldn't it? What a waste. What a waste of your arse gas by not setting fire to it.
Is it genuinely possible to set fire to your farts?
Yes. Of course it is.
Have you ever done it?
No.
Have you ever seen anybody do it?
Yeah.
In real life?
No.
Right.
Well, it's methane, isn't it? Methane's an explosive gas. Sit up, boy. Come on.
I want to get sleep.
You want to go to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're lazy.
I'm nice and warm now, and I want sleepies. Oh, where do we get to?
I don't know. There's probably because we're just asking for questions. We don't have quite as many of them. It requires you to think of questions. How many people have we got in here today? 23, 21. That's a record for you, isn't it?
No.
It is. Normally you top out at about 12.
Bollocks!
Bollocks!
Right, let's see if we can find a question.
Oh, Charlotte Church. I don't think there are any.
Question from Herman Hermit, and this is for you to answer. Is the Freelander for sale?
Yes, it is.
That's that one answered.
Would you like to know how much?
He hasn't asked.
All right.
Cheeseburger's off, and he will catch everyone soon. I know that's not a question, but we like cheeseburgers, so we'll read that out.
By saying that, though, that kind of suggests that you don't like anybody else there.
Yeah, I love them all.
But you've got to be careful what you're saying.
Oh, Herman Hermit would like to know how much a Freelander is.
And I can tell you that it will be £1,200.
No, it won't.
1340.
No, it won't.
Well, you answer it then. It's your fucking car.
Is it overtly for sale? No. Would I sell it to the right person? Yes. Same with all of my cars would be available to the right home. The Freelander would need to be about 2,700 quid. Dear Boaty and Mustard, What's the best rover you've ever driven? And that's a question for both of us.
Who's that from?
That is from Barry.
Barry Ship.
No,
Oh,
they
right.
call him Barry Ship Peas because he shits peas.
Mushy peas, mind. What's the best rover? The best rover I've ever owned?
No, driven.
Oh, driven.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Not?
Is it not?
Yeah.
Are you saying that the best rover I've ever driven is one that I don't own?
I'm saying it could be.
Well, it could be, but I'm the one answering the question.
All right, get on with it.
The best rover I've ever owned.
Driven.
Oh, right, hang on, you're correcting the question, aren't you?
No, you're getting the question wrong.
Ah, right. Well, I didn't read it. I never did do it. I got it
No,
wrong anyway.
I read it out to you.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
What's the best rover you've ever driven? Well, I mean, let's talk about this. Let's discuss this frankly and openly.
I do wish you'd get up.
I'm comfortable.
It's like trying to have a conversation with a teenager.
There's a ladybird on my thing. Isn't it a bit late in the year for a ladybird to be a ladybird? Should it not have turned into a butterfly by now? Or whatever they do. What do ladybirds turn into? Serious question. No, seriously, what do they turn into? I honestly don't know. Don't make me sit up and Google it.
I don't think they turn into anything, do they?
Well, they don't stay like that, do they?
I think they do. I mean, they're flying creatures. That. What else is there to do once you can fly? There's no better achievement, is there?
I don't know.
Well, unlike maggots that turn into flies, I mean, they start off as something horrible. They turn into something that's still horrible but can fly.
Alright. So, kind of like cattle ornament. Come on, the best rover we've ever driven. Let's think about this. Oh, sorry. I do apologise. Don't make me laugh. I didn't mean to do.
Open that window! Quickly! Quickly!
I was just putting my foot down.
Listen, do you realise how close you are to that fire?
I was just going to rest my foot on there. And it just came out. And then you made me laugh and another
It
bit
just came out.
It did.
They don't just come out.
And that one did.
Well, they shouldn't do, not unless you've got no control over your sphincter.
That was a proper that was the kind of fart I was talking about the other day. When you just get, you get to a certain age where your farts are kept in by direct pressure. So you're sitting down on your bum in your car. And then when you get up to go out of your car, the pressure's released and you automatically just fart. That was one of those. I just lifted my leg to put it up here. That released the pressure and one came out and there was nothing I could do about it.
I reckon in subcultures, the view of you would be quite offensive right now.
Really?
Yeah. What, lying down, farting? The best rover I've ever driven, ever driven, I reckon it's Toby Charles.
No.
You've not even driven that car.
I don't need to.
Okay.
It's not going to be the best.
Right, well, what's your best then? And if I've driven it, then you can argue that I was wrong because of that.
Well, hang on, let's think about this. I mean, there are a different kind of bests, aren't there? So, in terms of comfort, can you beat a properly sorted 75?
I forgot about those, actually.
In terms of speed, can you beat a properly sorted 220 Tomcat Coupe?
No, not the turbo version, no.
I mean, that's got to be just about the quickest rover ever, isn't it?
Yeah. The quickest standard rover, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in
I've
terms
never driven one of those.
Have you not?
No, I just had a 216.
Okay. I mean, in terms of imposing peak rover drive, can you beat a P5B?
I thought you was going to say that. No, but, rather than making the question too complicated.
I don't mind complicating a question.
Do you know?
No.
Are you sure?
I think so.
In what way do you like to complicate a question?
By adding elements to it that weren't automatically inferred.
Or necessary?
Indeed. I like unnecessary things.
Yeah, I know. Hands up if you think Boaty's unnecessary.
I mean, if you say the 420 is the best Rover you've ever driven, it's not for me to argue with you.
But you did. And you tried to.
Yeah, but I feel bad now.
You don't feel bad. You just realise that actually it's completely wrong and you can't be bothered to, in this instance, try and argue a point that you can't possibly make. Do you want to cover my face up as well while you're at it?
Oh, you can still see you.
Look out the dog shit view.
Best Rover.
Maybe I should answer a question now. Or find a... Oh gosh, I'm down to 20% on my phone.
Gosh.
Which means that having the screen on isn't going to do it any favours for much longer. Mustard and Boaty do hubnut. That's a spicy meatball.
I see what you did there. I bet that was Pingu.
It was Pingo. Hey, there's a good game. I read the comments out and you've got to guess who said it.
Okay.
Yeah. I tell you what, there's no end of things we can do, is there? This is far more interesting than actually just trying to make our own entertainment.
Absolutely. Go for it.
Right. Can't see Boaty getting a decent pussy.
Skick.
Yeah, did you already read that one?
No.
Oh, right. Well, you're doing very well with this, actually.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Oh, come on. Oh, hang on. Herman Hermit.
How'd you get that?
I'm all right.
Yeah. Well done.
Thank you.
Right, one more. My granddad had a 75...
James Wilson.
And the noise was fantastic. What a purr.
James Wilson.
No.
Oh. Who?
Somebody else, obviously.
Yeah, who?
I'm telling you. What do you basically... Are you admitting failure?
I didn't know if I got another go.
Yeah, you don't get to find out unless you guess.
Well, I think it was James Wilson.
Well, it wasn't.
I think you're lying.
Well, I'll show the audience that... I mean, not that you need me to do this, but so you can just see there as well that I'm not... it'd be probably the wrong way around there. Obviously, that was completely pointless.
Could you read it again, please?
Yes. My granddad had a 75 and the noise was fantastic. What a purr. Sup, dog?
I'm just caught up on the idea of his granddad being a purr. A purr of what?
Purr, it's in P-U-R-R.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was like purr as in a still of black. I got a lovely pair of contestants here, me lovelies. They're here to play a blind date. Now have a look at what you could have won. Super. Great. Smashing.
When did Cilla Black go from being a brummie to being from Newcastle?
When she was doing Bullseye.
When she was doing Bullseye?
Yeah. Now then, lovely contestant number one. Can you spell hermaphrodite?
Hermaphrodite.
Absolutely, Cilla.
So, do you give in?
Yeah.
Well, admit that you're a loser then.
No, I'll keep guessing then. It was, God, it's got to be somebody young if their granddad had a 75. And
Not necessarily.
Well, it's not going to be somebody our age.
Well, not likely.
Well, not possible.
Depends on what part of the country you're from.
No, it doesn't. I mean, when did the 75 come out?
The 75 came out in 1999.
Right, 1999. So our granddad would have had to have been our granddad in 1999.
Yeah.
And
unless he's just shown you videos of it. But yeah, so what you're saying is you've got to be... you've got to be 20 years old at least. to know that. No, you haven't. No, that doesn't make any difference.
Cheeseburger.
Yes.
No.
I haven't got the patience for you guessing this, to be honest.
Oh, go on then, tell
I'm
me.
just bored. Yeah, but you will have lost.
Okay, I've lost.
You've lost the game.
I got 3 out of 4. We'll
Yeah.
see how well you do. Who was it?
Josh C.
Okay, right now your turn.
Right, I best put that away then, so I can't read it. Yeah, ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-da-da ba-dum bum bum.
Well, hang on, you've just seen all of these.
Yeah, but I didn't read them all.
Doris and Arthur Daly go together like a streetwise 25.
Is that a question?
Well, it's a comment that you've got to tell me who did it.
Did you like that? Well, I've used that tune for you turning up and parking really badly.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Right, go on then.
What do you mean, go on then?
What was it? I've got to guess who it was.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Doris and Arthur Daly go together like a streetwise 25.
Pingu.
No.
Excellent. I didn't get that one. Was it cheeseburger?
No.
Cheeseburger's gone. Barry.
No.
One of the other ones.
Yes. Right, so you've had your 3 guesses, so that's 0. So you're 0 for 1. Okay, I'm a think.
I'm a thing.
I'm a think.
I'm a think.
Yeah.
Name me.
Eh?
Name me 0 minus 1.
No. So you're 0 for 2.
Was it?
How did it go with your landlord, Mr. Mustard? And have you got a new company car? Thought I saw something on Facebook about it.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, yeah. Interesting. Oh, that's probably in reference to my previous live stream where I mentioned something about speaking to the landlord.
Yeah.
I think the gas is running out.
It would do. The bottle was nearly empty.
All right.
And
Yeah.
the other bit is in reference to you putting a post on Facebook saying, look at my new company car.
Yeah. Which bit should I? What am I guessing who's asked this?
That is the idea.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot what I was doing. It's amazing how easy it is to get distracted.
I wish I had a blanket.
A blanket.
Yeah, I'd love to just put a blanket over me now. Or a really big parka. A parka that's for somebody like 6 times the size of me, and I could snuggle up in it and just snuggle up.
Was that Pingu Concord
With what?
that asked that question?
No.
Right.
So you're 0 for 3. Let's see if you can get.
You was just lucky with yours.
Oh yeah, right.
He was.
Has Mrs. Mustard mentioned the dick situation, and how does she feel about it?
You just made that one up.
No, I haven't.
The dick situation.
Yeah.
And how does she feel about it?
Yeah. So how does Mrs. Mustard feel about you putting your dick out there on display?
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that Mrs. Mustard. The
Right.
one you're married to, the one that lives in the same house as you.
No, I meant the
I'm sorry if
situation.
you're getting them mixed up with another Mrs. Mustard. How does she feel about the Mustard Hampton situation?
What makes you think she feels anything about it?
I didn't ask the question.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, and I mustn't let you look to see who
She
it was.
thought it was funny. Anyway, that's not the point, is it? I'm supposed to be guessing who said that or asked
Yeah.
that particular question.
Does she really think it's funny?
Yeah.
Okay. Has she thought about doing something similar? Starting her own channel and putting bits of herself out there?
Yeah. Is it Barry again?
No, it's not. So you are 0 for 4. I have a question.
Go on.
Is 3 big titties going to appear on a cabbage line and poppy video?
No, not titties, but kitties maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
3 big kitties.
3 bit. Well, yeah.
Oh, 1 big kitty bouncing up and down.
2
Big kitties bouncing up and down. 3 big kitties bouncing up and down.
We're going to
have
need
to go to
a
get
bra.
a bra. Do they actually say we're going to have to
Yeah,
get a bit of bra?
and then it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. And it doesn't. But that's the thing.
Unless they're going to grow up thinking of breasts as kitties. And that's quite a nice idea.
Well, you know, like kittens in a hammock.
Yeah. Or in a sack just before you put them in the canal.
Poor kitties.
In your opinion, which Rover is better for motorway journeys? The 623 or the 800 Vitesse? That's easy. I can answer that.
Go on then.
Well, obviously the 623.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a better ride. It's a more comfortable car. It's got cruise control. It's automatic.
Automatique.
It's got everything going for it as a motorway car. Whereas the 800 Vitesse is probably one of the worst motorway cars that you could ever drive. The ride is appalling. The sense of comfort is very poor. Build quality, pretty bad. Wind noise is terrible on the 800 because they used Argentinian rubber, and it might be all right in the Argentinian climate, but in the UK it's no good. It won't survive a winter. As soon as the car's been through one winter, then the rubber loses, I don't know the proper term, but it loses its vulcanizing properties, and it no longer seals. So none of the seals are actually sealed. That's why a lot of Rovers suffer from leaks.
Okay, is any of that true?
Yeah.
Have you driven an 800?
I've owned loads.
Have you?
Yeah.
I can't see you in an 800.
Well, you can't at the moment,
No, that's what I mean.
but I have owned them.
Yeah.
Huh?
I've seen you in a 600. And that did suit you.
Do you think-
Genuinely, whilst you was in that 600, I thought, that's your car.
I've never owned a 600.
Right.
But now I wish I had. I should have had 600 instead of an 800.
I think
I love that 600.
Yeah.
And it does feel like my car.
the best motorway car I've found was the 45 diesel.
Oh, you're not allowed to say that. He only gave you a choice between two.
Yeah,
And a
but
45 diesel isn't the best motorway car.
the diesels are quieter on the motorway and much more punchy.
Yeah, but it's in a Rover 45, and a Rover 45 is not the best motorway car.
I'd say it is.
Well, you'd be wrong.
But you think I'm wrong? No, you would say the 75's better.
No, I'd say the 600 is better.
I would say the 600's got more road noise.
I would
And much
say
thinner glass.
I would say the 600 has a more comfortable interior for long journeys.
I would say the 45, an early 45 diesel that doesn't have loads of scratches would be the best car.
I would say that the Rover 45 has got a very constrained pedal box area for anybody with more than about a size 8 feet.
I thought you'd say with more than 2 feet then.
No,
Why didn't you eat your salad?
I was full.
Yeah, you said, I'm going to get some extra
I
salad.
know, and you very kindly gave me yours. Well, you can have it back. But thank you for the thought. You can have it with your sandwiches. All right, I'll take it.
I don't want it.
Good, I'll take it home. I'll have that for my lunch tomorrow.
You don't eat that for your lunch.
I would.
That's not enough for your lunch.
Well, I'd have it with something. It would be a side, wouldn't it?
But they've gone all limp and grey by then.
Well, so will I.
What do you mean by then? Or you won't have stopped being limp and grey by then. Have we got any people watching us or not?
I was proper horny this morning.
Well,
On the journey here.
why did you need to tell me that?
I had the raving horn all the way here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because of driving wet leg.
I don't know where. Oh, well, I wasn't
wet leg,
driving.
was you? You was driving that minge bag.
I was
wasn't
in Minchbag, yeah.
What would win a half-mile drag race between a 25 1.6 CVT or an MG ZS CVT 1.8?
The 1.6 Rover.
Better power to rate ratio.
Yeah.
I would agree with you. Oh, but what would win between them and Nigel?
Them.
No, I reckon me Nigel would. And just you wait till next month when he's back on the road. You'll see. you'll see me not racing it around at all, because it's just not the sensible thing to do, especially.
Why do you think Britain lost its way in the car and motorcycle industry?
Because we're a bunch of non-patriotic tosspots. That's one answer. Oh dear, you've used up all of your gas when it wasn't even cold.
I've got more in here.
Don't put it on, it's not cold.
I'm going out for a fag in a minute, innit? I'll just turn that off. That's good. That'll come in handy
What
over the winter.
Yeah, well,
No, I mean, what buggered up the British car industry was crap workers, wasn't it?
yeah,
Strikes
unions
and unions and
giving in to it, and
nonsense.
well, I would always just think it's got something to do with just in the UK there weren't really people working for the car industry for anything other than just a wage. They didn't do it because they wanted to do it. Whereas I think in other cultures they have a rather different kind of pride about it, and that's what's been missing in the UK for quite a while, is this pride in UK built things.
Well, I would go further. I would argue that the UK has no pride in anything, and you see that when you look all around you. You just go anywhere you like,
Yep.
right? Walk around the supermarket, you'll see people who can't be bothered to get dressed.
Oh.
They will literally be in the supermarket in their nightwear.
Yeah.
You'll see people who take no pride in their appearance. They'll disfigure themselves with tattoos and piercings. They'll have stupid hair. They will dress very, very stupidly indeed. Instead of having a proper haircut, wearing a suit and carrying a briefcase and going and getting a proper job like they used to in the old days.
In it, bruv.
You will see graffiti in residential communal council housing areas. People have got no pride in their area or where they live.
Littering.
Now, back in the 1940s, you could go into the worst place. You could go into a tenement in Glasgow, and the mother would have incredible pride in her tenement. She would scrub her own steps so it was spotless. Because it's pride. Not now. You go into a council estate, the houses are shit, the gardens are full of mattresses and decomposing murdered people. I mean, it's just dreadful. Everywhere you go in the UK is just shit. And people have got no pride in themselves. They've got no thought for themselves or their neighbours or their country. Nobody's proud to be themselves, let alone even proud to be British anymore. And it's a bloody shame. That's why I think that we should get rid of most of the indigenous Brits and replace them with foreigners who actually have a work ethic and who have a sense of pride and who don't just shit themselves and think that's okay. Thank you.
Everyone join in with
Thank
that.
you.
Right, we've gone down to about 5 watches now.
Do you not think I'm right though?
Yeah, I do think you're right.
Yeah.
I think it was eloquently put as well.
I mean, my grandmother would turn in her grave if she was dead.
Oh.
You know, back in the day, people had that pride. Okay, nowadays they think, I've got a council house, I can trash it. In those days, they think, I've got a council house. How lucky am I? Thanks to this amazing welfare society, I've been given a house that is mine until the day that I die. And they're not legally allowed to take it off me. I'm really proud of that. So I will look after it and I will make it look beautiful and I'll look after the garden and I will give my children a decent place to grow up. And, you know, people used to be proud to go to... There was a generation that could remember where academia wasn't a right, where, where a lot of people had to leave school aged 12 or 13 because they had to go out to work up chimneys or on street corners, prostituting themselves.
And all this has worked out where give people opportunity and they end up with they don't give anything back then.
Yeah.
And the thing about being entitled, as you say there, like everyone's entitled to this education. Not everybody's clever enough really for a university education, yet you're allowed to do it anyway.
Yeah.
But I find the thing
and get yourself into massive debt to get
a qualification that you
that is
don't
completely useless.
that you're not really going to use. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's an awful lot with littering.
Oh, littering's terrible.
Well, from what I see, it just seems to be the majority of people. It's one of those things like dog poo. Right? Your dog does a poo, there's someone there, you pick it up. If you don't bother picking it up. Like these carpet fitters on the gate. if you're there, they'll close it. If you're not, then you don't know it was them that's left it open.
Yeah.
And it's leaving dog poo on the floor, smashing. Obviously, there's been bored children for a very long time, but they're bored to a new degree these days, aren't they? Where they've got the right to be difficult because they're bored, and rather than some emphasis on, well, use your imagination and try and do something with what you have, everything has to be handed to them to what to do.
Okay,
next.
controversial question. How much is ADHD and attention deficit disorder and all of that sort of thing? How much of that is a genuine medical condition? And how much is it putting a medical label on bad behaviour?
All of it.
All of it.
Yeah, I reckon we've all got ADHD. But some people, like you said about your narcissism scale,
Yeah.
I think we're all a little bit ADHD-ish. And some of us will suffer with it more than others. But you give yourself a get out of jail free card, then suddenly you've got people that will play on it and they can get away with things, and they just basically say, well, I've got ADHD, and that's why.
I mean, if ADHD is a genuine thing now, it must have always been a genuine thing.
Yeah.
It hasn't just suddenly come along.
Well, no, I mean, you could say that maybe
But
it's come about a lot more because of changes in diet.
But in the days when teachers could hit you with sticks,
I missed that.
then you then you didn't tend to see the levels of bad behaviour that you see now.
No.
So ADHD and stuff like that is the cure for it to be hit with a stick?
But sadly, I think
There was a South Park episode about that, wasn't there? Where the guy came up with the cure for, and it was called "Sit Down and Shut Up" as he slapped them. And he did the TV advert for it. Has your kid got ADHD? And I'm not doing the other. Sit down and shut up.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. But yeah. That's a rather controversial
It's a very controversial subject.
it's
And
one
I
that-
would like to completely disagree with myself and you.
No, you wouldn't. We're going to have... oh, hang on, no. Do you know what's interesting? We're talking about this and everyone else still talking about cars.
Good for them. Don't pay any attention to us. Hang on, let's have a look.
James Wilson agrees with my comments about the 45 being a great motorway car, and that's because it is.
The Codfather challenges Sheeson and Nigel to a race on the 1st of April 2024.
Really?
Well, Sheeson's going to piss all over both of them.
Why the 1st of April?
April Fool's Day.
Hmm.
But if it happened, Sheeson would win easily. Sheeson would slaughter Nigel. It just would though.
I don't think so.
I've driven them both.
I've driven them both.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, think on.
With what?
Think on.
Think on.
Yeah, it's a northern phrase.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah. I don't really use northern phrases myself.
You do.
Like what?
Like, instead of saying,
Fuck me. It's 5:45.
instead of saying fuck me, it's 6:45. Fuck me, it is 6:45.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Oh, cock.
Indeed. God, it's going to be time to do my live stream in a minute.
Yeah.
The phrase that you do all the time is, did he not?
Did he not?
Yeah. Instead of saying, well, he didn't do that then, did he? Or he did that, didn't he? You say, well, he didn't do that, did he not?
Do
Or,
I?
he did that, did he not? Yeah, you were always saying that.
Oh,
He does, didn't he?
I should
Do
know.
I not?
I should know because I do edit my own videos, and I will edit stuff like that out.
Well, you never do. It's always in there, so you don't notice it. It's just normal for you. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
Well, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it either, but I don't like saying things without knowing that I'm saying it.
These days, we are too quick to put labels on people. Well, you have to, don't you? You have to put a best before label. It's the law now, isn't it? Should people be labelled? Oh,
Are you off again?
yeah.
Oh. You're doing the barn door thing.
Yeah. I like the barn door, I think.
Hello, Sir Boaty and Sir Mustard. Hoping you're both good.
Oh,
That-
that's very kind.
Who said that?
Oh, I should know this. Dan
Dan who?
Peters.
Yes.
Oh,
Um,
see, I know my audience so much better than you.
yeah, well they are. Well, I was going to say they're your audience, but some of them are mine as well.
Yeah.
Although I've seen Dan Peters in one of my live streams, I think. Haven't I? Yes.
That's how you get your subscribers, isn't it?
What, for you?
Yeah, you come onto my live stream and
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah. Just like when you appear in my videos, miraculously, I get a whole lot of new people. Watch your head, mate.
you get a whole load of new people unsubscribing.
What are your thoughts on a Vauxhall Astra Mark III 1995 1.7 turbo diesel? So they're quite specific there. Not just the Mark III Astra, but the...
I don't like it.
Have you hang on, it's the 1995 version.
Yeah, I don't like it. That's the one with the weird shaped gear knob. And I hate the gear knob.
What colour is it, Dan?
What, the gear knob?
No, the car.
Oh, okay. Funnily enough, I was thinking about the ashtray only last night.
Sure.
Now, one of my Nepali friends who's went back to Nepal in the end, when I first started working with them, he had a 3-door Astra. And I had to drive it for some reason. I thought, this is quite cool. And I saw one last night, a 3-door, I don't know what it would have been, about like a 2008, something like that. A 3-door Astra, and I thought, that is a seriously good looking car. And then I remembered, I've driven one of those and I was really comfortable in it. It was well equipped and I liked it very much. And now I'm wondering whether a 3-door Astra would be the perfect daily.
Okay. Right. The Astra H, particularly in the 3-door version, the coupe, and the estate and the van, I think was, oh gosh, it's knocking me out, that. Particularly good looking. But don't close it yet. Let the smoke escape.
Oh, sorry, is it? Did some waft in? I wafted out. Wafting.
I'm not particularly good with fag smoke.
Well, considering you used to be an 80 a day, man.
80 a day. Yeah, I just don't like the build quality of them. Or the image that they have these days either. Oh, it's white. Oh no.
Oh, they don't look good in white. Very few cars look good in white.
The R8 does.
Nah.
Yeah, it does. And the 600. They look good in white.
Nah.
Yeah, the trouble with a white car is it does look like it's they couldn't be bothered to paint it, doesn't it?
Only one car has ever looked good in white.
Right. Okay. And what's this? Is it a van?
No.
Milk float?
No, it's a car.
You know, we always do this stuff. We don't just tell each other the answer. It always has to be a guessing game, doesn't it?
It's a car.
It's a car.
Yeah.
Is it a Vauxhall?
No.
Is it a Ford?
No.
Is it a Rover?
No.
Is it a Jaguar?
No.
Is it a BMW?
No.
Is it an Audi?
No.
Is it a Volkswagen?
No.
Is it a Skoda?
No.
Is it an American car of some type?
No.
Is it a Rolls Royce?
No.
Is it a Bentley?
No.
Is it French?
No.
Is it German?
No.
Is it British?
Yes.
Right. Is it a sports car?
Yes.
Is it made of plastic?
Yeah.
Is it TVR?
No.
Is it a Bristol?
No.
Is it a can't think of something that would look specific. Is it a Lotus?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Is it an Elise?
No.
Is it an Exige?
No.
Is it? Is it the one of the James Bond film?
Yes.
Right. Okay. What's it called?
An Esprit.
That's the one. Right. That didn't take too long, did it?
Mercedes one Esprit, the only car that's ever looked good in white.
It's not.
It is. Oh, hang on. What about a Ford Escort RS Turbo in white?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. There are only two cars that have ever looked good in white. Now, one is the Lotus Esprit. Is the Series 1 Lotus Esprit. Guess what the other one is?
Is it a Ford RS Turbo?
Yes.
Right. It looks like a proper tarty car, that though, doesn't it?
Oh, God, I remember those back in the day. I had my first serious car accident in one of those.
Well, did you?
Yeah.
Were you too busy tarting?
I wasn't driving.
Oh,
No, we were in a police chase.
fucking hell.
And bloody, it was Paul, Ricky's brother. And he got away from the police. They were in a normal squad car, we're in an RS Turbo. And I said, knock your lights off, go down the bus lane, park the car somewhere else. Don't park it at home. And he did. He was in a panic, 'cause he was a bit pissed. And he just...
Are you sure you should be telling this information about somebody that everybody might know?
Oh, okay.
Anyone might know?
Oh, maybe I shouldn't then.
It's up to you.
Well, he went to court for it.
Oh, did he? All right, fair enough then.
He got caught.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, well, what happened, right,
Oh,
instead of
pretty
doing that, he carried on driving as if his trousers were on fire, lost it at an island, pinballed the car. We did a pinball in between about 7 trees, wrote the car off. Fortunately, we were all so drunk we didn't get hurt.
All right.
Although I did have to walk home, which was annoying.
Well, how could it be annoying? Could have been worse. You could have been getting, in the back of an ambulance for.
Well, that would have been easier on my legs.
Would have been. Yeah, but you have to ask yourself why was you in the ambulance in the first place?
Well, so walking. Mark IV Supra in white. A Jaguar XF or XJ looks good in white. No, they don't.
Every Rover looks amazing in white, says James Wilson. 25 and 45 and 75.
Vauxhall Amigas did not look good in white, and they were not the best Vauxhall. Not by a long chalk.
I like the old ones. No, the best Rover in white has to be the 600, I'd say.
No, there's no Rover that's ever looked good in white.
Yeah, the 600, and also an R8, like a 420.
No, it looks
Not a
fancy in
2,
white.
a 4.
Looks rubbish.
It doesn't look rubbish.
It does.
It looks.
No Rover has ever looked good in white.
What about 420?
No.
All right. What about 620?
No.
Yeah.
No, they look rubbish in white.
What about 420?
No.
GSI?
No.
Yeah.
No, they don't look good in white.
What about 620?
No. Rovers look good in metallic red.
Everything's metallic red though, or metallic green, isn't it?
Not everything, no.
No, everything that Rover.
Mingebag isn't.
No, that's not a Rover.
Mingebag silver.
That's an MG.
Same group. What does MG stand for?
My guts.
Okay, what does Rover stand for?
Oh, does it stand for anything?
Yeah.
What is it, an acronym?
Yeah.
Right. Rover.
Do you want me to tell you? Do you genuinely?
Do you
want
reckon
that?
you can?
Yeah.
You think it's an acronym?
Yeah. Really old vehicles eating rissoles.
Older cars just have more. Older cars just have more passion. Um, there, I love the simplicity of the engineering, says somebody called Dan.
Oh, bloody hell. Look at the hydraulic gear change on a Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow 1 and tell me that's simple engineering.
Yeah, but what did they change it to?
It was harder to put a man on the moon than it was to get that gear change working.
Was it?
Yeah.
So it was harder to put a man on the moon?
Yeah.
Right. That's obvious, isn't it?
Is it?
Well, yeah.
It's only obvious if you've studied the Rolls-Royce hydraulic automatic gear change.
Is it?
Have you ever driven a Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow?
No.
Well, if you ever
I still reckon I could get to grips better with that than being responsible for getting a man out of the atmosphere, never mind onto the moon.
I don't think you could.
Well, you don't think I could change gear or get a man on the moon?
No, I don't think you could have created that system.
So, right.
I'm saying that as an engineering challenge, getting that automatic gear change system to work the way it did was more of a challenge than putting a man on the moon.
Oh, the other way around. Right, I see. That's not what you said to start with.
It's exactly what I said.
It's not.
I said that it was harder to do the Rolls-Royce things than to put a man on the moon.
No, you didn't.
Well, I said it was easier to put a man on the moon than to do the road, but that means the same.
No, you didn't.
I did.
BMW M1 in white.
No.
No. Peugeot 205 GTI.
No.
That has to be red, doesn't it?
No, black.
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 Or blue. Metallic blue.
Or black.
Or white.
Or black. 205 GTI needs to be black. End of story. That's the correct colour. See, I can save people so much time and mistakes.
Oh, right. Okay, so basically we could have a list of cars and you would
I'll just tell you what the right
tell you
colour
what
was.
colour it should be.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this out.
Okay, start with the Lotus Esprit, Lotus Esprit Series 1.
Lotus Esprit Series 1. What colour should that be?
White.
Right, brilliant. What about a Mark 1 Range Rover 3-door?
Mustard.
Yeah, I agree. You get a point for that.
Thank you.
Mark 3 Cortina.
Oh, bright yellow.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to say lime green.
I'd accept that.
Yeah. A Capri 2.8 injection.
The 2.8 injection should be British Racing Green with pinstripes.
I don't remember seeing one that colour.
I think they were the most popular colour for them, weren't they?
Most of them were red.
Not the 2.8.
I had a red one.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, it was sort of red.
Oh, well, there you are.
It started off red.
Like a greeny red.
Well, you know what? Green. Greeny red. Okay. Mark 1 Focus 3-door.
If you'd said 5-door, it would be a different answer.
Yeah.
A 3-door, a Mark 1 Focus 3-door, black.
I don't think it matters what colour it is.
What a nice car though.
420 GSI Tourer, says Pingo. Yes, in white. I agree.
No.
Yeah.
No, didn't work. Looks awful. No.
What about British Racing Green?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
That is the correct colour.
Right, well, because it's British. And the colour of Britain is green.
No, it's just the colour that suits that car best.
I'm going to think of another one for you. And you
Okay.
have to tell me the correct colour.
Okay.
And I'll tell you if you've got it right or not.
Alright.
Reliance Regal van.
Gold.
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 Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'd go for kind of a dark green.
Ask me Reliant Kitten.
Reliant kitten.
Dark brown.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Big brown kitten.
They look brilliant in dark brown.
Yeah.
and they're great fun when fitted with a Rover V8.
Yeah, I suppose there would be. Okay, how about Vauxhall Calibra?
There are only 3 cars that look good in white. One is a Series 1 Lotus Esprit. The other is a Ford RS Turbo.
Yeah.
Guess what the third one is?
Is it a Calibra?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Wouldn't it be strange now if a whole load of other cars just popped into your mind, would it, if you thought that's the correct colour? So you think white's the best colour for that?
For a Calibra, yeah, they look great in white.
What other coupes then? What about the Fiat Coupe?
Fiat Coupe. The Fiat Coupe looks best in... Actually, the Fiat Coupe looks best in yellow.
Yeah.
Or red. The thing with the Fiat Coupe is that the colour continues inside, because there's a lot of bare metal inside, and white would never work in a million years.
No. I thought those bits of trim on the dash were plastic, but apparently they're metal.
They look really cool in yellow. I almost bought a yellow one, and I wish I had. It was a left-hand drive 20-valve turbo, and I wish I'd bought it now. I wish I'd bought it.
That's the fast one.
I was going to buy it as my Continental car, and I'd have kept it in France.
Listen, being as it's 6 o'clock now, do you think we should possibly stop?
Yes, I do. I feel that very strongly.
Yeah, I thought you might. So, sorry for the boring company this afternoon. Next time, I'll make sure he's not here. Thank you very much for joining us from me.
Oh, this is interesting.
Is it?
Yeah, from Pingu. Do you know, there are only 4 cars that look good in white.
You're not going to say the Subaru Impreza looks good in white.
I am actually, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. They do though, don't they?
You know, we're going to have a cup of coffee. We're going to think about some more, aren't we?
Oh, I really fancy a cup of coffee.
I thought you might.
Yeah. Should we have a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Right.
Right, thank you for watching, darlings.
Darlings.
I will see you tonight at 10 o'clock, if you fancy it.
10 o'clock?
Yeah. I'll be there at 11 o'clock. I'll have a glass of wine, and I will get my bottom out and wave it at you. What a treat. And I haven't shaved.
Did you shave your bottom?
No, I've just said I haven't shaved. Were you not listening?
What haven't you shaved?
My bottom.
Why would you?
Well, to get rid of the hair.
Naturally.
No, naturally it would be hairy.
Would you? Time for bed.
I've never shaved my bottom.
Have you not?
No.
Right.
Have you ever manscaped?
No, we've had this conversation.
I know
before,
you don't do
and I
it regularly, but have you ever done it, just as a one-off?
No, and perhaps I should.
Are you not curious about what it would look like?
I am curious, and I'm going to do it.
I was going to say, it makes your wadger look a load bigger, but you don't really need it to, do you?
Right, I'm going to do that.
Uh,
Surprise the missus.
It'd look in it. Has your missus got small hands?
Well,
Or has she got like big old gravedigger's hands?
no, they're quite small.
Well, you have a bit of a shave down there, a bit of a tidy up. You don't have to go mad. Just make it more sort of Baldrick in the war one than, you know, Lionel Blair in his fuzzy heyday.
Yeah, she'll need 3 hands then.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Catch you later, darlings. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye. Oh, and be sure to join us the next time that Mustard and Boaty
Do
do
live.
a live stream thingy.
Well.